All right, strap yourselves in for tonight's deep dive.
Sounds exciting.
We're venturing into the shadowy world of amusement parks after dark.
Ooh, spooky. I love it.
Yeah, and we're diving specifically into this excerpt from Graveyard Shift's Amusement Park Horror. It's the one you sent over.
Oh, yeah, that one was creepy.
Seriously, gave me chills even reading it during the day.
I can imagine. Amusement parks at night, they have a totally different vibe, don't they?
Totally. So we're gonna find out what's lurking in the shadows when the crowds head home.
Right, is it just the rides creaking or something more?
Yeah, something more sinister.
It's fascinating how these places, amusement parks, they're all about fun and laughter during the day.
Right, cotton candy and roller coasters.
Exactly, but at night, they're like a blank canvas for our fears. The lights go out, everyone's gone.
Yeah, it's like a whole different world, and this story really throws us right into that feeling right from the start.
Oh, yeah.
With Rihan, he's the new night guard at this kind of creepy amusement park.
New guy, huh? Brave or foolish?
Well, at first he seems pretty confident, like he's joking about not being scared of a few creepy rides.
Ah, so brave, at least initially.
Yeah, but you can already sense that something's weren't quite right.
I see. It's like the author's setting us up for a psychological thriller, right?
Totally. It's the setting, the atmosphere, they just ooze unease.
It's like they're using the setting itself to build the suspense. The cold, the silence, the darkness pressing in.
Exactly. And then there's that detail, I don't know if you remember, about the ride swaying, even though there's no wind.
Oh, yeah. That's creepy.
My brain immediately went to like, okay, what's causing that? Just a little thing, but it makes you question everything.
Absolutely. It's playing on our instinct to explain the unexplained, which in a horror story usually means something creepy's coming.
For sure. And then, there's the Hall of Mirrors, a place that's creepy even during the day.
Oh, tell me about it. Never liked those. Who needs to see 10 distorted versions of themselves?
Right. It's like they're designed to make you question your own reflection. And in this story, it gets even weirder. Rihan sees this shadow moving in the reflection.
Wait, what? A shadow, you said?
Yeah, but when he turns around, there's nothing there.
Okay, now that's just playing with our minds. What's real, what's not?
Exactly, and it's all happening while he's totally alone, isolated in this massive, dark amusement park.
Alone in a creepy amusement park at night, not on my to-do list.
You and me both. But it makes you think, right? Like, being alone in a place like that at night, maybe it makes you more suggestible?
Oh, definitely. Your mind starts filling in the blanks. And not always with good things.
No, not always.
Isolation and sensory deprivation, that's exactly what he's going through. Really messes with your head. Your senses are heightened, your imagination runs wild.
No wonder he starts freaking out. And then he finds the staff list. And guess what?
What? Don't leave me hanging.
His name is on it, marked terminated.
Whoa. Seriously, how creepy is that?
Super creepy. It's like the story is tapping into our fear of being replaced. Or erased.
Right, like what defines who you are? What if there's no record? Do you cease to exist?
Heavy stuff. And just when you think we can't get any creepier, he gets this phone call.
Oh no, a phone call. In the dark, alone.
Alone in a creepy amusement park, remember? And get this, it's his own voice on the other end, warning him about something terrible.
Okay, that's nightmare fuel, straight up. His own voice.
Yep, his own voice. It's like something out of a horror movie.
This is where the author brings in the doppelganger, right? The double.
Yeah. I mean, have you ever had that feeling of seeing someone who looks exactly like you, even for a split second?
It's unsettling, for sure.
And in horror, well, the doppelganger usually represents something bad, right? Like a loss of control.
Exactly, like your identity is being threatened. And here, Rihan's double seems to be warning him, or maybe even threatening him.
Right, like he's facing a darker version of himself. And the fact that the voice is in his head, even creepier.
It's like this entity, whatever it is, has power over his thoughts. Maybe even his identity.
So we've got Rihan, already on edge, isolated, and now he's got this ghostly double messing with his mind.
How much can one guy take?
Well, things are about to get even worse for him, because the story takes us to his encounter with the figure at the gate. The one we've been talking about.
Okay, this is the climax. I'm ready.
This figure, it has a pale face, hollow eyes, like a classic ghost. And it seems like Rihan already knows what's going to happen.
Oh man, I'm on the edge of my seat here. What happens next?
Well, we're going to have to wait for part 2 to find out.
You're killing me. I can't wait to hear what happens.
So we left off with Rihan. He's about to come face to face with this creepy figure at the amusement park gate.
Yeah, it's like the story just keeps pulling us deeper into this world of unease.
Yeah, totally. It's like the fun's completely gone, right? It's all uncertainty and dread now.
And it's so interesting how the author uses the setting, the amusement park itself,
Right.
to create that atmosphere.
It's supposed to be a place of, escapism and fun.
Right, cotton candy and roller coasters.
But here, it's like the park itself is a character.
Almost like a predator trapping its prey.
And Rihan's stuck right in the middle of it.
So what happens when he finally meets this figure?
Well, the figure, it doesn't actually speak out loud.
Oh.
But its words, they're implanted directly into Rihan's mind.
Whoa, that's even creepier, like telepathy.
It's really chilling, right? Like this entity has power over his thoughts.
Makes you think, doesn't it? Like, do we even control our own minds?
And the figure, it just says one thing: you are already gone.
Chilling.
I know, right? Like confirmation of his worst fate.
It's like his identity is being erased even before he disappears.
And then, well, things get even more terrifying.
Oh no, what happens?
The figure reaches out and touches Rihan, and he feels this strange sensation.
What kind of sensation?
It's like he's being pulled apart.
Pulled apart.
Like his sense of self is just dissolving.
Oh wow, okay, that's intense.
And then poof, he's gone.
Gone, like vanished.
Yeah, like completely vanished.
So what happened to him?
That's the thing. The story, it doesn't give us a clear answer.
Really?
He's just there 1 minute, and then the next, he's vanished.
Wow, that's unsettling.
Right. It's like he never even existed.
Makes you wonder, doesn't it? Like, what's real, what's not?
It's like, are we just memories and experiences? And what if those can be manipulated or erased?
Exactly. What does that say about who we are?
And the story doesn't stop there.
There's more.
The next morning, everything at the park, it's back to normal.
So like nothing happened, everyone just forgot.
It's like a collective forgetting.
Okay, now that's just creepy.
But there is one thing.
What is it?
The new night guard, the guy who replaced Rihan, he finds a note.
A note.
It says, something's wrong. Don't stay. Leave before it finds you.
Okay, chills.
It's like someone's trying to warn others, right? Prevent this from happening again.
But who wrote it? Is it Rihan? Somehow communicating from, well, wherever he is now.
Or is it someone else who knows what's going on?
The story doesn't tell us, does it?
Nope, it's another one of those unanswered questions.
Adding to the mystery.
And here's the real kicker. When the authorities investigate, they can't find any record of Rihan ever working at the park.
So it's not just that he's gone, it's like he never even existed.
It's like he was completely wiped from reality.
Makes you think, what happens to our consciousness when that happens? When our physical presence is erased?
Yeah, heavy stuff.
Really makes you question the nature of reality, doesn't it? Like, what if we could be erased that easily? Without a trace.
It's funny, we talked about amusement parks and, all the happy memories.
Right, childhood, cotton candy, all that.
But this story, it really takes that idea and flips it on its head.
Absolutely. You think you're going to a place that's safe and familiar, a place for fun.
Yeah.
But then it turns into something unsettling.
Like those carnival lights, the funhouse mirrors.
It's all a facade, hiding something darker underneath.
It makes you think twice it's those places we think we know, right?
Definitely. And what's really disturbing is that, well, the story doesn't give us any easy answers.
Right.
More questions than solutions, which is, I think, what makes it so effective.
It definitely stays with you. So thinking about Rihan and what happened to him.
Yeah.
What can we take away from his experience for our own lives? I mean,
I think it shows how important it is to, stay connected, to not isolate ourselves.
Right. Rihan was all alone in that park.
Cut off, no support system, and that just made him more vulnerable.
It's like when you're alone with your thoughts too long, sometimes they can go to some pretty dark places.
Especially if you're already feeling anxious or uncertain.
And the story, it also kind of reminds us to trust our gut,
Absolutely.
If something feels off, like if a situation makes you uncomfortable.
There's probably a reason for it, right? Don't ignore those red flags.
Like walking into a room and you just know something's not right. You can't explain it.
You can feel it.
Yeah.
Sometimes the best thing to do is just get out of there.
It's like that note, the one the new guard found.
Yeah, maybe whoever wrote that, maybe they were trying to warn others.
Trying to stop this from happening again.
It's a chilling thought, but it also suggests that there's hope, even in the face of this fear and uncertainty.
Like we can still look out for each other.
Right, it's not just about the horror, it's about the choices we make, the connections we build.
Even in those dark places, there's always a chance to find the light again, to get back to safety.
And maybe the most important thing is, well, it's a testament to the power of stories.
Yeah.
This one, it stuck with us, made us think, question things.
It's reminded us about fear, about facing our anxieties.
I think we've covered a lot tonight. Any final thoughts before we wrap up?
I'd just say, think about that ending, those questions the story raises.
Yeah, what would you do if you were Rihan?
How would you handle all that fear and uncertainty?
It's something to think about, something that helps us understand ourselves and the world around us a little better.
So on that note, we'll leave you to ponder the mysteries of amusement parks after dark.
Until next time.
Sweet dreams, if you dare.